everyone, Sylvia here, My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my Etsy shop. I have 6 items, not 7, that I want to showcase today and going live into the shop tomorrow at 5 p.m. And I also have a small business, a woman-owned business I want to feature today in the shop. That's coming up at the end, and these are from Sylvia, and they are cards, homemade origami cards. They are amazing. And I have featured Sylvia before. If you remember, she was doing paintings, and some of you did purchase some of the stuff, but these are gorgeous. So let me get started. I like everything I'm showing today. I really do. I think I would probably keep everything, but let's start with the one that's in the thumbnail because this is really cool. This is a George Briard. Let me put my glasses on. MCM 1960s. It's called curved glass, and I think you can see why. It's a glass tray, and it's 22 karat gold accent. It's a tray, a decorative tray with wood handles. You can see that. I'm not sure what kind of wood it is, and it has a tree on it that's a lemon tree with leaves, you know, blowing in the wind. I don't know why, but this reminds me of like Hollywood Regency type, you know, revival type design. It's very Hollywood-ish, Santa Monica type design to me. I don't know why it makes me think of this. It's just, you know, kind of like Malibu. It's just, I don't know. It makes me think of that. It's really cool. So it's a decorative tray. It can be decorative in terms that you can put it as a standing tray just for decor, or you can use it as a tray, as what it was meant to be, to just serve lemonade, obviously. Apparently that particular design, he used it a lot, and he had a whole series. He had it in square, in oval, this kind of like oblong, notched corners, but all of them were raised glass like this, and they are quite sought after, and they can be a bit expensive, not just because of the 24 karat gold, but just because it's George Briard, who was kind of a who's who back then in the MCM design, but because they are super kitsch. And this one is in really good condition. So if you have like a coastal type decor in your house, or Riviera, anything that's, you know, that kind of southern France design, California, it would look, even Tuscan, it would look really neat. It's a nice addition. And again, it was meant to be a decorative tray, so decorative trays, you can use them just as trays. You leave them like this, plain, just, you know, catch all, or you stand them and they become a piece of decor. It's really pretty. I like this. So George Briard, it's signed, copyright George Briard. I like this. Okay, so that's item number 1. Item number 2. Oh, I would totally keep these. Totally would keep these. It's mikasa. I have another mikasa I've never heard of. It's called Spring Amaryllis. It's from the 80s. They didn't make it for very long. I think they only made it for like about 3 or 4 years in the 80s. And they did some collections to go with the pattern. And I think, if I recall properly from what I've heard, that the collections, the add-on, were actually more popular than the china. So people liked the pieces that were add-ons. For instance, the porcelain boxes, the porcelain boxes, people like those more than they actually liked the china. So they did a lot of different pieces that were coordinated with the China that became more popular, and they continued to do those, and then they discontinued the China, and then eventually they discontinued the whole pattern altogether. They did picture frames, all different things. So this is a pair of candle holders, tapered candle holders in the pattern Spring Amaryllis, and it says at the bottom, it just says Mikasa, Japan. And what I like about them is not just the swirl, which, you know, is very reminiscent of an amaryllis when they come out of bloom. See, when you look at it upside down. But what I really like about it is the gradient of color. So it comes out of as a kind of like a peach color, and then it's more of a dusty pink. It's beautiful ceramic. It really is. They are in beautiful condition. There's no crazing, no chip, no hairline crack, nothing. And it's a pair. So they would look beautiful on a shelf, as a display. Of course, you know, use them. But as a display, they are such a beautiful accent. Just because of the color, they're not fussy. It's a neutral tone. They could almost pass for beige. So if you have a beige type interior, they would fit in, because they are peach and pink, but they're really more on the beige tone. And I think they are beautiful. So these are Mikasa Spring Amaryllis, and they are ceramic, you know, porcelain, a little bit on the thick side, and they are tapered candle. So you can have one high, one low, separate them either side of a mantle, and you can use them all year long because they are neutral in color. So you don't have to think of it just as a spring item. You can even bring them for winter because neutral colors. So you can bring in your winter green colors and add those. They're just timeless. They're so pretty. Japan Mikasa, hollow on the inside. There's a little pipe hole right here. They're very nice. I like those. And on the subject of candle holder, I have this one. So this one, you know I love pottery, right? This is a sold glaze. So for those of you who like a more rustic look, a more primitive look, this one is very nice. The only thing is that I have no maker. It's not signed, it's not stamped. So you would say, well, then it's not a big deal. Well, not necessarily, because it's very well made. And they bothered to put little cork feet at the bottom. So it's studio, Art Pottery, but don't know who. Obviously, they must have had a sticker on it at some point, but it's sold glaze and it's very well made. So it's an old-fashioned type of candle holder. It's pretty large for a taper, and it's got a nice laurel kind of crown all around it. You can see the texture on it. It's got a nice handle here to hold it. You can use it on a bureau or desk, and you can put, you know, jewelry here if you want. So it's kind of like a dual purpose, but it's very well made. It's fairly heavy too. I like sold glaze. It's again very rustic. A lot of people are not crazy about it. It's one of those things that you can't just have one of them. You want to have like a grouping of sold glaze. This one is very nice. I totally would keep that. Hand painted. I wish it was signed. I don't know who makes it. No idea. Well made though. Very well made. Look at this thing. Isn't it cool? I wish I had two. Only one. Okay. When I come back, I have three more and the return of a favorite. Okay, the return of the favorite. These fly off the shop within 40-something seconds after 5 p.m. But this one is going to be special because I have the box. Let's open it. I have the box so you can gift it. It comes with the little booklet on it. Are you ready? Oh, you recognize it already. Some of you are excited because you're thinking, ooh, I'm going to create myself a collection now. Okay, that's another Bernardo Limoges lithophane. But this one comes with the box. So if you want to gift it, it's ready to gift. I have the full box with the booklet. I'll show you the booklet in a second so you can see all of them. So this one is, so it's bisque, it's Porcelain Limoges from France. And then this one is a pattern. It's not a story like the other one. The first one I had was the Nativity. The second one was a wedding celebration. This one is basically a repeated pattern, and it's dandelions. And it's very nice. It's super cute. I'm going to show you pictures of what it looks like when it's lit up. If you've watched the videos before, and you know about those, you know what I'm talking about. If you're brand new, basically lithophanes are very fine porcelain that is sculpted in different layers, and when you lit them from the back, the different layers then light up as shadows, and those shadows then become a relief, and the relief then becomes an image. So that's why you're seeing those images. And this is basically a fairy light. So all you have to do is put a tea light candle in this, put it on a mantle or a nightstand, and you have quite a romantic ambiance. They are absolutely stunning. It is high-end porcelain from France. It's bisque on the outside. The inside is glazed. So it comes with the box that has that robin egg blue that some may confuse with the other guys. And it says Porcelain Bernardo Manufacture de Limoges. So it's Limoges manufacture since 1863. And it comes with the little booklet. So the little booklet is basically showing you all the different ones that they have. So if you want to be a collector of those lithophanes, in French they call them lithophanie, votive lights. So they have quite a lot. I'm not going to go through the whole catalog. This one, what is that? Roses? It's nice. They can be very elaborate. Look at that. I mean, this is a lot. Okay, they do a lot. Oh, this one is like a dabble. Ooh, how fancy. So it's ready to be gifted if that's what you choose to do. Here we go. I really like this one. This one is no fuss. You know, the other one had a story. It was more specific. It was more of a niche. This one is kind of like for everyone. They are adorable. So that's a Bernardo. This one won't last. Okay, so if you missed the last two, stay behind your keyboard. Okay, next one. Melt glass. You know, I love melt glass. This one is a very small piece of melt glass. It's Westmoreland, which is my favorite melt glass maker, American maker. This one is called Dogwood. It's a basket with a split handle. Usually the handle is full. This one is split, which makes it interesting. It's from the 60s. I'm going to give you a close-up so you can see the dogwood flowers all around it. It's inexpensive. It's not a big deal. Melt glass from Westmoreland, because they made those a lot. It was kind of like mass produced in the 1960s, but those are adorable and they're very useful on a nightstand, on a coffee table, and just, you know, put your stuff in there. Even if it's just your remote for your Fire TV, it would just like stick around. It would just like stick out a little bit, but it's better than just having it on top of the coffee table. A place for everything. It's very pretty. I like it, and it's high quality melt glass. It's not very translucent. It's got a good ring to it. I love Westmoreland. So, dogwood basket. Okay, when I come back, one last piece. Here's another item that doesn't last very long. Apparently people love pie dishes. And this one is very unique. It's from Japan, obviously made for the American market. And it's really neat. It's from the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. I don't know who the maker is, but it is, it says dishwasher, oven, and microwave safe. So I'm going to assume it's more like the 80s. And it says made in Japan. But this is so cool. Look at this. So it's a covered apple pie dish, but it's beautiful. In excellent condition. Hand painted on top. It has some crazing. You can probably see a little bit of it here, and some staining, but I mean, come on. You know, it's 40 years old. Let's give it a break. It's been loved and used, but otherwise in perfect shape. There's no chip, there's no crack, there's no real damage. It's just been used and loved, and obviously the, you know, lady made pie. And the top is just so cool. It's lifelike. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Is it a peach or an apple? I'm gonna say it's an apple. Now I'm having doubt. Now this is an apple, right? It's an apple. Okay, so it's an apple dish. I think it's really cool. I need a second house so I can keep stuff like this. Like, oh, a room. I'll be happy with just a room. I want to keep everything. I just can't. But this is so cool. And whoever had it, like, obviously had it on display and loved it, because it's just not damaged at all. It's so neat. I love this thing. I think it's super cool. So I think it's from the 80s, not the 70s. It's very practical, because you make your pie and then you can leave it on the counter covered like this, or you can put it in the fridge covered, and it's just so much nicer to serve your pie, either for Thanksgiving or anytime you make pie, like this, you know, rather than having cellophane or aluminum foil over your pie. It's just more elegant. It's fun. Okay, these are the 6 items. I'd keep everything. All right, when I come back, I tell you everything you need to know about the cutest handmade card in the history of ever. And I want you to support Sylvia in her retirement years as she keeps busy making beautiful cards as a hobby and infuses a passion for paper crafting into it. And I think they're just adorable. She sent me a bunch the last time. I used some of them, and then I'm hoarding the rest because I have a problem. That's why. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so one of the things that I like to do on my channel, and in particular when I do the Etsy, is promote other women, because I'm not intimidated by other women having a business. I want all of us to be successful, and I want to give back. And I'll say it again, and it's in my description down below. If you have a business or you're trying to have a business and you're just starting and you find that you struggle and you need a boost, please contact me. I'd be more than willing to give you a boost. If you're a woman and you have a business, whether it's an Etsy shop or a private business, anything, I'll talk about it. You don't even have to send me stuff. I can show pictures. Okay, I've done that before. I really, But Sylvia sent me stuff last year, 2 years ago, I can't remember, around the holidays, because she had sent me a card years ago, and I've kept a card. And if you look on my Instagram, where it says, you know, in the highlights, where it says from subscribers, it's the very first one. It's the card that she sent me, and we're talking like a long time ago, and I still have the card. It's in one of my paper planners upstairs. I've kept the card because it was such a beautiful thing, and I couldn't believe that she made the card. And in one of my thank you that I sent her, I asked her, did you make the card? She responded, she says, yeah, I do that on the side. And I told her, like, please, can you start making them? And she says, well, I'm doing other things right now, but maybe one day I'll get back to it. And she didn't get back to it. Instead, she started making paintings. And she reached out to me to let me know when she was making paintings. And she was making little birds and trees. So I talked about her birds and trees in my Etsy video, and I just promoted her as making tree and bird paintings that all of you thought were the cutest things. And some of you actually purchased trees and birds from Sylvia, and she just was floored. And I want to thank you for that, because she couldn't believe anybody would purchase trees and birds from her. But you guys did, and she thought it was amazing. So it encouraged her to going back to making cards. And I still have old cards that she sent me, and I'm going to show them to you, because what she does is origami cards, but they're not any kind of origami. They are Japanese kimono origami. So she's hitting so many different check marks for me. You know, I'm a big fan of anything Japanese or Oriental in general, but on top of that, it's paper. So yeah. They call Origami Greetings by Sylvia, and I will put the link down below for a Facebook page where you can purchase them. Here's one. I'm going to show you different ones. Okay, look at this. And each one of them comes with an envelope, and it says Origami Greetings by Sylvia. Same lady did the little birds and the trees. They are obviously 3D, right? They are kimonos. Hello. How cool is this? And look at the color choices. So they are blank greeting cards. There's no sentiments attached to them, so you can put whatever you want in there. And I'm hoarding them. I am. I don't want to pull this one out of the plastic. Seldom they're covered with the plastic, so you know they don't get damaged. Come on. Okay, here's a sample of a purple one. So of course she picks, obviously, Japanese fabric. Well, paper, but Japanese motif. Okay, here's a purple one. And they're beautiful. This one is a little bit more. This one's a little bit more modern. Polka dot. So that's one size, and then she does a larger size, which is this one right here. So that's a little bit more interesting because she has like the long robe type kimono, and then this one. All right, I'm gonna put pictures here of her Facebook. I'm encouraging everyone to have that kind of hobby. You know, you do something like I have my quilting. Hand-eye coordination. It's one of those things that you want to keep doing for yourself to keep your brain going, some kind of activity so that you don't deteriorate over time. But Sylvia, you're so talented. So we know you can draw and paint, but apparently you can also do beautiful origami, and you have a knack for colors, something that I don't. This is beautiful. So if you guys could go on her Facebook group, the link is down below, and purchase a few of her cards. I know we got some holidays coming, you know, back to school for teachers. Get a few cards, warm this lady's heart, and boost her business. I think she's doing something wonderful, and the cards are just beautiful. They're so pretty. You could buy a few and you could actually frame them and make a whole series, like a gallery of 4 or even 8 or 4 and 4, like in a hallway or in a bathroom. Just like frame them, they would look fantastic. I think they're beautiful. So Sylvia, good job. And again, if you are a woman, I will promote your business. I don't care how small it is, I don't care how big it is. I am here to support other women in business, whether it's Etsy, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Poshmark, don't care what it is. I'm here to support other women. I am not intimidated by other women. I want all of us to have our independence, to make our own money, and to have our own little business, and to make our dream come true. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to check out Sylvia's little Facebook group and purchase a few cards if you can. And all of these items, all 6 of them, which I would keep, but I want you to have, will be live in the shop tomorrow, Friday, July 19th at 5 p.m. I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.